Okay. Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? I wanted to get on here and I wanted to do a demonstration of when I upload anything. So I've had people call me, people ask me what exactly you do. So I'm going to go through some steps. Right here, I just got done taking pictures on my phone. Since I do have the app on my phone, it's a lot easier to take pictures that way. So that's right here. So I have the app on my phone. I take the pictures through my app and I press cancel, which will save it in your drafts. Then you can come to your computer if you need a wider screen to do, anything else that, where you can see it clearer. So first of all, Poshmark will give you 16 pictures to take as many pictures as you can to sell your item. Make sure you take the inside, the outside, both sides, front and back, underneath, from the top, show your tags of it, any imperfections, scratches, spots, holes, rips, regular flaws that come from the company that you might have bought it from, purchased it from, or if you thrifted it from somewhere with that on it. Make sure you include those in the pictures. You do not want to have a customer open up a file against you, a case, because if you do not be thorough in your description or in the pictures, it will lead to them getting a refund and you could possibly not even get your garment back. So here in the first thing is you have where you can put your title. Now this is a vintage, let me see, because I kind of had it somewhat drafted over here on my phone. So this is a vintage. It's a vintage velvet. It's Gary. I know who's there. It's Gary. Oh my goodness. So we will put here the brand name. No, it's G-A-R-A, Gary. I put down vintage actually in the title, in the description, and I will tag it also as vintage. And this is a black velvet evening, and I put bag. It has a, it's not exactly a clutch, and it is not a wristlet, nor does it have the two little silver hooks where if it was to have a chain strap, that is not included. So that tells me this is just a velvet evening bag that you would just hold directly in your hand. It does have on the front, it has the lining of the stones. It has the lining of the stones here, but because of the age of the purse, they do look vintage. So most likely these are cut glass. They did not have all the fancy stuff we have now, rhinestones and plastic gems to put on the purse. These are actually cut glass. So when you look closely at it, you can see how when vintage glass ages, how it has that blackish looking film behind it. This is exactly what is behind these. I also tried to take, as you see, I have it outside to take a picture. So when the sun does hit it, this is actually what is reflected from it. So like I said, these are cut glass with that mirrored film on it, but because of the age, it's got that black, you know, that already black tarnish filmy in the back. So once you have your title down, and I have noticed that they have extended the length of how many characters that you can put into your title. So you see an example over here on the side. It says share key details like brand, size, color. They have extended, and I've noticed it's like literally since last night to this morning, that you have a bigger area there to work with. Now on my phone, it shows up, it tells me exactly how many characters I'm allowed to have. So we'll just see here what it tells me. Okay, it says for my title on the app on my phone, it's given me 80 characters to describe your product that you are selling. In the description box, and this is so weird because now in the description box, it used to have where it kept, you know, the characters there, and now it does not. It's not there. So in the bottom here where you would describe, I would put vintage black. Oops. It's kind of like I'm repeating the title again. So it's like repeating the title. And then I go to describe it. So there are 2 open pockets inside So I'll put there 2 open pockets inside. It has the snap closure. Make sure you put this in there. It also, with whatever is on the outside, so I have the cut glass. And I just put real vintage cut glass on the trim of the flap. And I will mention about the back of the glass, how it looks like smoky, blackish in it. So then I put the glass has the vintage look that the glass should of this age. Now make sure that you do take measurements. So I call it flat lay. Make sure that you lay it down flat. Don't have anything inside it. Take it out. you want to do a couple of measurements on your purse. So what I had put down was my length of this purse is 8.5 inches. My height is 5 inches. The width of the purse is 1 inch. And I actually did just now remember this. On the bottom of this vintage purse, it's actually sewn inside the rounded edge. It has a 1 inch cardboard sleeve in there. So where is that wrong? Okay. Oh, today is just not a good day. So inches, and then inches, then I will mention, because some people, even though that you have it listed, if you do not pick new with tags, people will still want to know if it's new with tags. So I always put in my description that it is a gently used item. So I put gently used condition. That way it will detour from people trying to send me messages through on Poshmark if it is new or not. Me, I will automatically think that if I did not press that it was new, which I will go through down here, that they would automatically know that it's used. Not everybody understands that, nor do they get it. So what? Oh, need to move my, like, oh no, half of this is cut off. So with listing this purse, I'm going to put it in bags. Now that was the category. Now we have your subcategory. I will put this in clutch and wristlets. It's an evening bag. I'm only selling one item of this. The size, one size. I used to put in description, but you want to have something in there, because if you just have something that says one size, or I don't know, or something like that, Poshmark, it won't go into the algorithm. And if somebody's not just going to look up for I don't know, like a size of I don't know. You want to have as much information as you can in here, so that when somebody is searching for something, that it will come up. I just put one size, because I have the measurements already listed in the description. So it will come up at least 2 ways right there. It says, now this is the area where people get confused, especially shoppers. If it is new with tags, you press yes. The next thing it's going to want you to take a picture of the tag itself with the UPC. You want to include that in your listing. Then, or if you have a boutique store, add it to your boutique store, which would be good if you're custom making your things. I think you take a little thing about boutique stuff and maybe you can list it there. I do not use the boutique side because everything I have is sourced and the rights and everything belong to somebody else. It's not actually mine, and I do not buy wholesale where I could put those things in my boutique. Now, this next category, you would put the brand name of whatever the purse is. So mine is Gary, something like that. The color, it is actually black. Make sure you pick the color. You can pick 2 colors. So if your purse is black and let's say you have floral design on it and they are pink, the second color that you would pick would be pink. Then the style tags. Now this is where I had said where people they get an option besides your title and your description, you get another option to give 3 hashtags where people are searching for items, that it gives your item another chance to pop up in the search engine on Poshmark. So I have vintage in the title, I have vintage in the description. So you do want to try to think of something that you don't have listed there if you can, but sometimes that always doesn't happen, or you can state it again. So I would just put, let me see. Okay. So you see how vintage is already there. This is evening. So that means if somebody was to search in the Poshmark bar, whether they're looking for an evening dress, evening shoes, or an evening purse, if I just put evening, that means my purse is going to come up in that search, even though if they were looking for an evening dress. And the third thing, I would just put velvet, which is the texture. It's black, but it's that texture, it's velvet. So I make sure I have that on there. That's my 3 tags. The original price that I bought it for, I don't always fill that out. And this is actually a consigned piece. So my listing price for this it's a lot different than my phone. That's for sure when I do it on there. So this is where you would have to pay attention to. If it's new with tags, you put the price up there. You do want to try to list your things 10%, only 10% lower than what you had bought it for. Again, I did not purchase this. This is a consigned piece that I am selling for somebody else. So I take in consideration my time that it took to prepare this purse and get it ready for me to take the pictures, and the time that it is taking me to list it. So let's say if I'm going to list it, which I have a number in my head, I'm going to put down 68. Now this suggested price, if you press on that, it will give you an idea of what other people have sold. Now this one says 15. Now before I had even listed this, I had looked. Now this brand of a vintage purse is going anywhere from, I would say, $10 to $48 at a sold price on Poshmark. Why they do not generate all of the other ones, I don't know. And I don't like, because I cannot press on this to look at the listing. That's all I can see. Okay, the next we have is your discounted shipping. Now, granted, shipping on here right now is the $7.95. It will be going up pretty soon because the United States Postal Service, theirs has already raised up to $8. Now, when Poshmark is going to get around to that, I cannot tell you, but the UPS department has already, or the USPS department has already raised it up another $1. So another $1 will be raised here. So as a seller, you need to take that in consideration along with your prepping time of the garment that you are going to sell, or shoes, accessories, whatever it is, the time that it takes for you to be online listing your stuff, and all of this other stuff with the shipping costs, because now that's $1 more. So I'm going to add $1 more onto my selling price. Along with Poshmark takes 20% of whatever the item is that is sold. They take that right off. You want to take that into consideration also. Let's say if you have a number in your head and you say, okay, I want to get at least a certain amount out of what I'm selling. You don't want to go under that. So this will kind of help you keep an eye on that. So you can give discounts. You can totally have it for free. Free means that they take that money out of your sell. When your item sells, they're going to take that $7.95 right off with their 20%, and you're left with whatever. So what you're doing is you're telling Poshmark, yes, I will pay for shipping. I will pay the shipping for this to get sold. If you don't pay attention to that, that will bite you in the butt in the end. You will lose money. If you're expecting to get a certain amount and you think you offer free, you're putting money over there on somebody else's table, if you get the drift. So I always go for, I haven't done the $5.95. I've done the $4.99, which means I will pay $2.46 for shipping. And that seems to be the number that I do very well with. So that's what I offer. I offer a $4.99 shipping, and I got that wrong. Okay, I offer the $4.99 shipping. So the shipping cost that I pay is $2.46, I believe, if I got that right. I have to look at all this stuff. Okay, so my friend's moving. So that's what this category is. You can offer free. The shipping price will come out of your whatever it is that you sell. If you offer the $4.99, they pay $4.99, you pay the $2.95. Here we have the $5.95, they pay the $5.95, and you're paying the $1 something. Because I had to look at my sales sheet over here, because I just did that this morning, and that's what that is. So currently right now at this setup that I have, it tells me that my earnings will be $54.40. Now, what I do when I have it at this price, I know I'm not going to get it for 68, nor do I think that I will get it for 54. I do not want to go past the, say, 30 to $25 to $30 threshold, because that is the money that I would want to make, the net. All of this other money is my, what I call the play money, where I can barter with the buyer, and also the fee for the 20% is included in there. All of that is right there. What I just care about is this number right here that will show up that says your earnings when sold is, if it's 35, no, between 25 and 30. If it's between the 25 and 30, and that's what's right here, then I know I am an okay. If it is under the 25, then I'm not very happy. Then I'm going to start lose money, because with that 25, when it comes to my consignment, I do have to give them a percentage of that money. So again, I take that in consideration. Even that 25 is not all mine. So then it says availability, for sale, and you can have it for sale, not for sale, or you can let people know when it drops. So let's say if this is already listed and it was going to drop, like I was going to lower my price on it, you can pick a date. This is already September, this is taken up, this is the rest of September. Let's say I pick September 30th at, here it starts at 12. Let's say if I pick 3:30 p.m. and I'm going to drop it by $3 or $5 off of there. I can schedule that ahead of time, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to list it for sale. It says any additional items. This right here is, this is what the customer will not see. And this is what the buyer, the buyer will not see this, the customer will not see this. This right here is only, this little section is only for you to see. You will put your listing SKU there. So my SKU for this, that's my SKU. Now right here where it says the cost price, it didn't cost anything. The note that I write, so because this will be on the app, and if I'm out on my phone, I look at my additional notes for this reason. Okay, so this is the notes that, I will have in there. I do, of course, I put, who it was, so I'll just put that in case I don't get back to it. So right here is the notes, and you will see them. Your customers don't see them. Your potential buyers will not see this. This is only for you to see. So if somebody is to send you a message through Poshmark, or they give you an offer on a garment, you can quickly go to the bottom of your listing. In the edit section, you have to press edit, and you can look up this information here that you have wrote yourself. It's notes to yourself, like how much you bought it for, the SKU, of course, and any notes that you want to put down here, like how much it took you to make the product, how much the supplies were, how much labor that it took. So that way, if the offer that they have given you is not worth it, you'll know by reading your own notes. Then you'll remember, no, I spent this much time on this, I put this much money into it, and that what they're offering me is too low. You then at that time will counter offer them. And I will have a different video up for that. So right now it's it's going right. The next step I pressed was to list it. So it's going to be listed in, I have my Pinterest connected to it. I have Twitter connected to it. I have Tumblr connected to it. It tells me I have to get Facebook connected to it. So I have to get my Facebook connected to it. And right now there is a party called the Jeans Party. So when I get done with this video, I will be doing a massive share to the Jeans Party. That is actually the app. Seems like the app on my phone has that. I haven't checked online to see. And actually, I don't see the little tools up here where you could, where I would be able to do that. I don't see my little, the little notices, little buttons up there. So, but I've never tried to do it from the computer. So here we are with the finished listing on Poshmark. So this is how it's going to look to your customer, your buyer, potential buyer. So it's going to have the title here. This again, this is the name, this is the brand. So the brand is going to be right under the title. So how you fill it out is exactly how it's going to show. This is the price you're asking for. They also do offer four payment installments from Affirm on Poshmark. It's a one size. This is the button where they can offer a price if they want to purchase it. This is where your description is, along with your measurements. Your category is women. It's in subcategory, the bags, clutches, and wristlets. It's a black in color. And these are your 3 hashtags. These are more for the marketing part on Poshmark, where it will have a greater chance to come up in any listing that somebody is searching for. So I did put down vintage, evening, and velvet, which the vintage and velvet are included in the title and the description already. Now here it says the shipping discount. It says $7.45 expedited 1 to 3 day shipping on all orders, buyer protection refund policy that it does have. Now, I know I did not have them paying full price, so I'm going to go back in here and recheck, because I told you how I list it. I list my stuff at the $4.99. Oh, maybe because I didn't pick it. That could be the problem. So once you get used to the site, it's pretty self-explanatory, lets you know when things are wrong. Right here, this does have, if you have your price there and you want to do a price drop, it tells you what your listing price is, and it says the suggested price. Now, this is not the price you have to go with. The suggested price is 10% lower than that price you listed, which is $61. You could do that after a while if you want. I don't use that so much. I pretty much keep firm to my prices, and I let the buyers offer me prices. I check my notes. If I think it's a fair price, I will go ahead and accept it. If I don't, I either counter and I don't hear anything back, or that's what I do. Because with Poshmark, you want to do that. You want to keep in the algorithm as much as you can. I try every avenue that I can to stay that way. I don't want to just disregard the customer or the buyer, ignore them. That's not a way to get a customer or a buyer. It's easier to respond to them. If they choose to not respond to you, that is in their court. The ball's in their court. So I just go back down here to the bottom, say update, and it should now show my discount listed, which it does. So it says shipping discount. So they have to pay the $4.99. I pay the $2.46 for the 1 to 3 day shipping. One thing that is good is that their shipping is really quick. unless when it was during the pandemic or getting really close to Christmas time, then it takes some days. So I'd say shoppers, get out there and shop early to get your stuff, because it's been a battle every year since I've been with Poshmark of people getting their packages before Christmas. It doesn't always happen that way. Well, guys, I hope this video helps you out. Any comments that you can give me, leave right below. Give me a thumbs up. Share this video with somebody that maybe needs help also, and you don't know exactly how to explain this to them. Also, check out my other links that I have below. You can find me on Instagram at Check with Beck. You can actually find me on all of my social sites. I will have all those links right below. Thank you guys for coming by and listening to my video, and I will have another video up soon. Bye-bye, guys. Oh my gosh, okay. Yeah.